What, you guys never seen a guy shopping for 2x6s before? They got a sale today on 2x6s. They're 100% off. So we're going to try to find some straight ones. What's up, guys? As you heard earlier, we're going to be looking for some 2x6s and a couple of these logs. We're going to start with this one, and as you can see, that end is a lot thicker than this end. So what we're going to use is this old car jack out of a trunk of a car that went to the junkyard, and these are usually located under the spare tire. And they happen to work really well for leveling logs out on the sawmill. That's what we're going to call close enough. Sorry guys, I think you missed the whole last cut or two. I didn't realize the camera wasn't recording. But I've been asked a couple times why I'm always brushing off the boards. Well, after each cut there's a lot of sawdust left behind that's packed and stacked on top of the board, and I like to get it all cleaned off because even when you stack and sticker the boards, sometimes that sawdust can get packed on there real tight and it gets stuck to it, and then once it dries it's even harder to get off. Or I've also seen it sometimes where the sawdust actually holding the moisture on there starts to get mold and stuff on top of it. So that's no good. So I always like to clean my boards off as I cut them, keep everything nice, and I guess I'm just picky that way. Well, I can't believe you guys let me do that. I'm trying to cut 2x6s here, not 2x5.5s. Okay, I see what happened. It's 6 inches wide down there at the end where I started cutting it, and I measured, and in the middle it's 5.5, and then down at this end it's 6 again. So that log was bowing already, and then I made the next cut and now it's off. Yep, you can see it's doing it again. This log has a lot of tension in it. See, it's tight on the end, and then it bows up in the middle, and then down here it's back tight on the end again. So that wasn't my mistake cutting it a 1/2 inch short. It just bowed and I didn't realize it the first time. Well, that's really frustrating. I'm sure you guys could see that board pop up after I cut it, or as I was cutting it. Look how much bow is in that. A lot of tension in this log. That's too bad. That log looked really nice. Sometimes the nicest logs don't give you the nicest boards though. Let's try again. guys, we got 8 1/8 from the bunk up to the top of the cant right now. So I'm going to take off 2 inches that I'll get a 2x6 out of. Afterward I'll trim off the couple extra inches. And then I'm going to flip it up and we'll be 6 inches wide, and I'll start taking 2x6s the rest of the way down. Got a nice 2x10 out of there, but I'll be ripping that down into a 2x6 and a 2x4. Now we're going to flip the cant up to the tall side, and we're going to run 2x6s all the way down to the bunks. Well, there you go, guys. Thanks for joining me in the shopping for some 2x4s. The first log was pretty good. We found some good straight ones, and the second log looked like a really nice log with very few knots in it, but that was terrible. It had so much tension in it. I couldn't even use the boards. I threw them on the scrap pile. I'll have to go through them and see if I can salvage anything, but there's no way I can cut boards out of that for a customer. That was terrible. This third log here that we did the do-over on, that one was a really nice log. We got everything we needed for 2x6s now. I told him he wanted 6, and I told him I would cut him 8 of them. And he wanted 12 footers, and we cut him at just over 13, I think it was. And we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. So that's pretty good. He should be happy. He'll have everything that he needs. And that's pretty good. We used 1 blade today on those 3 logs. And man, that worked great. That was the first blade from the other day when we tried out the new tooth setter from Woodland Mills. And I'm impressed. That blade, I haven't had a blade cut that easy in a long time. It almost felt like the saw was going to pull itself right through the cut. So I'm still very, very impressed with that tooth setter. And like I said, I'm probably going to use it on every blade that I sharpen from now on because it's so easy to do, and it really seems to make a difference in how easy the blade cuts. So that was a good buy. But appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But for now, we'll see you next time. Thanks.